say hello. The UAP is hostile. Send in the Blackhawks. Engage.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2024 action science fiction film Alien Rubicon. The film is directed by Adrian Avila and it stars Michael Paré, Preston Gear, Paul Logan and Neely Dayan. Right. This film focuses on essentially an alien invasion. There is a scientist, Dr. Jeff Morrow, who has essentially found a strange signal. This signal has then led to this strange sphere entering the Earth's atmosphere, heading straight for America, and then basically taking everything that we can throw at it, testing our defences. So you've got like rockets going at it, all sorts of things going at it, and this thing seems absolutely invulnerable. So the president, played by Michael Paré, orders all sorts of different tactics to try and take down this sphere. But there is only one who has got the knowledge and experience to figure out what's going on, and that is this Dr. Jeff Morrow, who's got to figure out how to stop this sphere, because not only is this sphere seemingly unstoppable, but there's another bunch of them up there just waiting until this sphere has figured out all our defences, and then they're going to join in as well. Right, what are my thoughts on Alien Rubicon? Well, first thing to say, and I don't want you to panic, okay? No panicking. This is an asylum film. I told you, don't panic. Don't panic. That normally sends shivers down most people's spine, mine included, when I see the asylum logo. I actually watched this on Amazon. It's free to watch on Amazon Prime. And it was actually in the top 10 movies in Amazon Prime. So I'm thinking, oh, well, there must be something about this one. At this point, I didn't know it was an asylum film. I knew nothing about it. Didn't even watch the trailer before I put the film on. But yeah, it had managed to sneak into the top 10, which goes to show, really, you know, when you used to go to the supermarket and them low budgeted films would do these interesting posters on the DVD sections, and people are like, oh, that has to be a good film, look at that, and it's garbage. Well, that says something about how a film like this can get into the top 10 of Amazon Prime's movie lists. Anyway, I digress. It's just trying to stop me talking about the film, really. So this really is, it's just one of those, you know, blockbuster copies. It's an Independence Day copy, basically, this film. I mean, even the doctor is called Dr. Jeff Morrow, Jeff Goldblum, you know what I mean? And it is... There's no way I can say that this is a good film, because it isn't a good film. But it surprised me in that I thought the effects were quite effective. I thought this whole concept of this sphere being indestructible and us not being able to figure out how to, you know, penetrate its defences and so on and so forth. Yes, of course, it's very Independence Day, but it was interesting enough, the mystery, and they didn't overdo the effects. I mean, there's long shots of this Dr. Jeff Morrow and this Captain Sean Jeffy in what is it's a helicopter cockpit, kind of talking to each other. There's long scenes of that. There's long scenes of Michael Paré, the president, in a small room talking to about 4 or 5 other people. You know, so you can absolutely see that there is no budget here. But the budget that they have got, you could see they have put into the effects, because they are quite, pardon the pun, effective. They do the job. And I have seen a lot of asylum films over the years of doing this channel, and I have seen some very, very, very very bad effects in asylum films in years gone by. Now, the last 2, 3, 4, 5 asylum films that I've watched and reviewed on this channel, while have not been good films, it looks like there is a layer of quality being added to the asylum films. They are trying to up the quality, if you like, ever so slightly, which, you know, thank you, I suppose. But still, they are going down the route of hiring, you know, actors to be in the film who, you know, are not particularly popular anymore. Michael Paré, that kind of stuff that do just basically B movies these days. They're still copying films that have come before. It doesn't feel like they've got an original idea within their grasp or capabilities, Asylum. They're just kind of leeching off other franchises, other films. And it seems a little bit odd to me that they are ripping off Independence Day, a film that came out in the mid-90s, you know what I mean? Try and do something a little bit different with it, and they don't, not really anyway. So there's not a huge amount really that I can recommend with this one. I mean, I've noticed that the review score for this one on IMDb is like 2.4, 2.5 out of 10. I think that's a bit low. I don't think it's that bad. I think people have just looked at it, seen that it's ripping off Independence Day, and thought, how dare you, and just kind of dismissed it. Which I absolutely understand, but you've got to really, when you're watching a film like this, try and judge it on its own merits. Don't just, you know, react to a film like this. And there is some entertainment value here. There has been some effort been put in here in some sections of the film. There was a little bit of potential here in this film. And I was surprised by the product that I saw, especially... for me, they are a detriment to themselves, Asylum, because as soon as you see that Asylum logo come on at the beginning of a film, your heart sinks if you don't know you're watching an Asylum film. So therefore, I don't know if it's a stroke of genius on their part, because you're starting off with your expectations on the floor, so it can only get better from there. Maybe that is why they do it. I don't know. But maybe it would help them to, you know, not have the Asylum logo in your face as soon as the film starts. I don't know. That's just me. Do I think this is a good film? No. It's free on Amazon Prime. If you want to give it a watch, give it a watch. Obviously, because it's cracked their top 10 list, there's obviously something going on there, because it certainly spiked my interest when I saw it cracked the top 10 list, and I watched it. So it might be something you want to do. Give it a go. It isn't great by any stretch of the imagination, but it's cheap. It's a cheap, fun B movie, and that's the best compliment I can give it. So thanks for watching this review.